A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. Epic words from the epic writer, George R.R. Martin. It's Read Across Jamaica Day, a national initiative aimed at fostering the love of reading in our nation's children. So I hope that as parents, we're encouraging the expansion of their minds through the exploration of this world and beyond. Hello there and welcome to this edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. The news is after this short break.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, May 9, 2023. Groundbreaking for the new Houses of Parliament is projected for October or November this year. The update came from Prime Minister Andrew Holness last week. Mr. Holness was chairing a recent multi-stakeholder meeting on the government campus project.
Once that procurement process starts, or rather is completed and the contractor is selected, mobilization could be very rapid. So you could literally see soil turning, by October, November this year. Now, once that happens, then we have to now also do the parallel activities, the widening of the road, putting in of the water infrastructure, dealing with the traffic issues, and the issues of acquiring lands around, relocation. All of those things will begin.
Mr. Holness says, following Cabinet's declaration of the undertaking as a national strategic project, parliamentary approval will be sought by the end of May.
For Parliament, we await two approvals. One is the approval to build, and the other one is build using a strategic project cover. So the strategic project, that has to be declared through the Minister of Finance, and I'm told by the FS that has been sent to the drafters. And we should have that back next week. So let's say by the end of May.
The Prime Minister says that to get the project moving, Cabinet will also give approval for the acquisition of land to facilitate parking for the Ministry of Finance. Cabinet should receive that submission this week. Meanwhile, the Urban Development Corporation, UDC, says communication and engagement will be deepened as the construction phase of the project approaches. The UDC will manage the construction of the new Parliament building. The undertaking forms part of the National Heroes Park Redevelopment and Government Campus Project, which is a component of the master plan to redevelop downtown Kingston. The Ministry of Local Government will be spending $4 million to help with the cleaning of a sewage system in Falmouth, Trelawney to prevent overflow in the town. Portfolio Minister Desmond McKenzie says an agreement has been reached with the National Water Commission and the Trelawney Municipal Corporation for continuous cleaning to be done. He was speaking at the opening of a new homeless shelter in the parish recently, pointing out that the issue has been a long-standing one that has grown more intense as the town develops. Minister McKenzie says several steps have been taken to address it on a short-term basis.
The Ministry of Local Government is therefore going to be providing some $4 million to the Municipal Corporation to assist in the cleaning, for hiring the Vector truck to do the cleaning that is required to prevent flooding from taking place within the town of Falmouth with sewage.
He says the necessary agencies will be working assiduously to address the problems affecting residents and businesses. A $150 million investment will be made this financial year at Bellevue Hospital to create two distinct institutions. It will include the establishment of a mental health rehabilitation center and a mental health hospital for the treatment and care of acute mental health patients. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, gave the update during his contribution to the sectoral debate in Parliament recently.
We're going to be developing a more activist program around reintegration.
The Center for Acute Mental Health Care will boast a 100-bed facility on the Bellevue compound with the most modern techniques for the treatment of mental health conditions. It will also create a physical environment that supports the recovery and reintegration of persons within society. Minister Tufton says the comprehensive overhaul of the Bellevue Hospital will begin to address over 400 social cases currently housed at the institution. Meanwhile, more resources will be pumped into the response to mental health at the community level. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says recruitment and training of persons through community-based groups will continue under the Problem Management Plus initiative. The target is to have 180 providers and 30 supervisors.
Already the program has trained 119 community members from entities such as churches, civic groups, and the community-based organizations, providing them with the basic tools for counseling and psychosocial support.
Meanwhile, 50 additional schools will be engaged under the Do Your Share campaign. This is being facilitated under the School Mental Health Literacy Program in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Youth.
We have trained some 531 school personnel in understanding how to optimize and maintain good mental health, understanding mental disorders and their treatment, decreasing stigma, enhancing the help-seeking efficacy, which is knowing when and where to get help and having the skills necessary to promote self-care and to obtain good care.
The community-based mental health interventions complement the ministry's mental health and suicide prevention helpline and the You Matter chat line. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Education Minister Favour Williams were among scores of Jamaicans and schools who participated in Read Across Jamaica Day. The observation is a national literacy initiative created to instill a love of reading among children. Prime Minister Holness engaged students at the DuPont Primary and Infant School in Kingston.
We should not burn it either. It's bad for the air. It makes it hard to breathe. And that's not fair.
Minister Williams was at the Tom Redcombe Library.
It begins with a little girl. Is that a girl or a little boy? A boy. And it says, rise up this morning. Smile with the rising sun. All right, yeah, you're running ahead of me. 3 little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing of melodies pure and true.
Meanwhile, the Jamaica Information Service engaged children during a virtual session.
Daddy, said Kirk to his father, I read in my school book about many different ways of traveling. Oh, really? Replied his father as he sat reading the newspaper. Yes, Daddy, we have been reading about traveling every day this week.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
The latest now on all that has happened in the office of the Prime Minister this past week.
From the desk of the Prime Minister, we bring you the week that was. I'm Vaughn Davis and you're watching Jamaica House Weekly. At the top of the week, Prime Minister Andrew Holness congratulated sprint icon Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce for copping the 2023 Laureus World Sportswoman of the Year award. The Prime Minister said Shelly-Ann had once again shown the world what it truly means to be a champion, describing her incredible accomplishments on the track as nothing short of extraordinary. Pointing out that she has proven time and time again that she is one of the greatest athletes of all time, Mr. Holness said we were honored to have her represent Jamaica on the world stage. The Prime Minister commended Shelly-Ann's infectious spirit, warm personality, and unwavering commitment to excellence, all attributes he contends that make her a true ambassador for our country.
For Labor Day 2023, we will mobilize the nation in one action that we can all participate in, regardless of our circumstances. And that is, we can all plant a tree. Tree planting is the most accessible form of activity that we can do to contribute to protecting our environment and mitigating against climate change. And we encourage all Jamaicans, all Jamaican households to participate, especially if you've had to cut down a tree. You should take it on as your duty to your environment to replant a tree.
At last week's launch of Labor Day and Workers' Week 2023, Prime Minister Andrew Holness revealed that activities would be carried out under the theme Plant a Tree for Life, promoting climate change mitigation, food security and road safety. The National Labor Day project will see the planting of 10,000 trees on Highway 2000 in the vicinity of Heartlands. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries will be providing 15,000 assorted fruit tree seedlings to be distributed by all the parish offices of the Rural Agricultural Development Authority (RADA) and the National Irrigation Commission. Fruit tree seedlings to be distributed include ackee, carambola, jackfruit, guava, apple, naseberry, cashew, soursop, sweetsop, pomegranate, guinep, cherry and June plum. Backyard farming kits will also be distributed to encourage home gardening in urban communities. Labor Day projects can be registered on the Jamaica Information Service website, that's jis.gov.jm, or through the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports website, mcges.gov.jm. As is customary, Labor Day activities will end with a national concert that will take the form of a praise and worship gospel event at Emancipation Park from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Prime Minister is calling on Jamaicans to use secure channels to share information about wrongdoings with law enforcement officers. Mr. Holness made the call during a handing over ceremony for 3 social houses at Goodwin Park Road in Campbelltown, Central Kingston.
Share the information, do it smartly. You know who you can trust and who you can't trust. And there are now many means by which you can share information with the police. The police is building its intelligence capacity, and the more information you give us, the better we will be able to respond.
Mr. Holness says significant improvements have been taking place in the Jamaica Constabulary Force to ensure that information shared remains confidential. He's urging Jamaicans not to provide any safe harbor for criminals.
They were only able to survive because you gave them protection. You saw what was happening and you kept quiet. You saw what was happening and you didn't share any information. But now I think most Jamaicans realize that if you keep quiet about this thing, it is going to reach at your doorstep.
Persons may call 311 to report illegal activities. The week also found the Prime Minister asserting that Jamaica's quest for constitutional reform was not merely a way of shedding the remnants of its colonial past, but a means of empowering the populace to demand accountability from its elected officials. He made that assertion during a recent ceremony to hand over a new male ward at the Westmoreland Infirmary in the parish. Mr. Holness says it is intended that the change will provide the apparatus needed to hold people in authority to account for the delivery of services to citizens.
We must not be comfortable with lax implementation and execution of projects. We must not be comfortable with missed deadlines and poor quality of service. And we must make our constitutional arrangements such that they support the efficiency and dignity of the state.
The government is currently conducting a series of public consultations to sensitize citizens about the constitutional reform process, which will see the island moving towards becoming a republic. Prime Minister Holness says the public consultations, which are being led by the Constitutional Reform Committee, will engage citizens on how we are going to structure our governance and governmental arrangements. But he stresses that this is not something that will happen overnight. And this is where we close out Jamaica House Weekly. We'll be back next week with more stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.
Transformations 2023, People, Quality and Technology, is a public exposition of the JCF by the JCF for all our stakeholders, and that means you. Between May 11 and 14 at the National Arena in Kingston, you will meet our people. We'll share many of our new and emerging police technologies. We'll provide insights into our quality journey, a journey of transforming the service you get at our stations, on the road, and anytime or anywhere you need us. We'll demonstrate to you how we are building, how we are transforming, and how we are improving to serve you better. This is my personal invitation to journey with us. Join us at the Expo. Experience a side of the JCF you have never seen before. Transformations JCF 2023. People, quality, and technology. See you there.
Admittedly, I don't drink as much water as I should all the time. I mean, I want to, but sometimes I just get so busy I don't even notice. Other times, it's just not that fun. Coming up, some important reasons as to why we need to keep the water bottle closer. So if you're like me and you need encouragement to drink more water, this next feature is for you. But first, our team went out on the streets to find out, what's your daily water intake? Here are the findings.
Like 4 to 5 cups.
3 bottles of water a day. Come even drink one now. When I go in, I go drink one again. And then in the night, I have to drink water before I go to my bed.
And I'm going to tell you, I drink plenty, but you're supposed to drink more than what I drink. I drink all a big buckets of water one time per day or so.
500 ml to 1 bottle, right? So that's a 1500, yeah. 3 bottles of water a day.
I don't drink much water, unfortunately. It dawned on me the other day that I wasn't drinking much water. That's definitely something I need to improve on.
I drink 4 bottles of water each day. At least a gallon, I would say a gallon.
Not even drink water today.
I don't really drink water, maybe it's ice.
Might be 2 quarts.
1 liter, depends on how hot the days.
I drink at least 4 quarts per day.
Every time it's hot, a gallon.
Can't tell you a definite amount, but straight don't drink water. Through the type of work I'm going to do for hours, stay hydrated.
It all depends, because when you're in the AC and you're working 40 days, you don't feel like you're thirsty. You have to break yourself to actually drink the water. So it all depends. I think persons who work in the AC drink less water than persons who work outside.
Approximately 60% of our body is made up of water. It is recommended that we drink 8 ounces 8 times throughout the day, every day. But why drink water when we can all consume something way more fun? Well, if it's alcohol, did you know that too much can lead to stomach problems? Or how about sodas? They have no nutritional benefit. Yeah, it's just sugar. Also, too much sugar from the drinks you consume can increase your risks of heart disease, weight gain, high blood pressure, and inflammation. On the other hand, drinking water not only prevents dehydration, but will combat these issues. Drinking water can also help adjust your mood. It can prevent and treat headaches, as well as keep you from a hangover when applied in between giddy refreshments. All that sounds good, but you may be thinking, surely there are other ways to deal with those issues. So why drink water? Why? Why? You may say. Well, here are some fun facts. Drinking lots of water gives you wonderful skin. That's right. water helps to clear up those pimples and wrinkles from premature aging. All before them young. We're getting off topic here. Water helps to control your weight. Yeah, it has no calories. When you drink sugary drinks that are high in calories, you are stacking on those pounds. But water keeps you full and staves off any cravings you may have. Hello, excess fat, where? Sing with me, trim and keep going to the gym though, keep going to the gym. Water helps to regulate your blood pressure. Dehydration can cause drops in your blood pressure that could harm your internal organs. But drinking lots and lots of water helps you maintain a healthy blood flow consistency. A more fun fact, if you're going to give blood, drinking lots of water beforehand keeps you from acting boozy. I mean getting woozy. That is to the point of fainting from lowered blood pressure. So, drink your water and be sure to donate. You could save a life. Water also regulates your blood temperature. Yeah, drinking water helps to reduce strain on your body during exercise and helps to maximize your physical performance. It gets your kidneys functioning properly. Yes, those kids need, get it? Kidney needs lots of water. Water helps the kidneys preserve the body's homeostasis. There we go. Flushing too little water through the kidneys can lead to kidney stones. You see, water helps to dissolve minerals and nutrients in the body and remove waste. If there isn't enough water, these minerals and nutrients build up in the kidney and become kidney stones. When there is waste in the kidney, it forces other vital organs to work much harder than they would have had to. These issues can lead to kidney disease and kidney failure. But drinking a lot of water keeps the kidneys happy and healthy and functioning properly. Gosh, I need some water after that. Drinking water makes digestion way better. Water intake dilutes your stomach acid and helps food waste to pass through the body much easier. Without this, you may find yourself suffering from heartburn, constipation, feel that burn, and stomach ulcer. Now what is happening here? Your stomach would have been experiencing increased concentrations of acid because your intestines could not break down the food you consumed. Neither could it transport food waste through your body, all because you did not drink enough water. Joint problems? Say no more. Water helps form the necessary lubrication for your joints to prevent friction and pain as the body moves. Yeah, lotion for your bones. It makes your brain function better. Bet you didn't know that, huh, brainiac? And overall, water boosts you up. Is that the saying? I don't know. All I'm saying is drink plenty of water. So, those are the facts. Now, were they fun? I don't know. And don't forget the little ones. Hydrate the pitney them. Now, we recognize that you may want to consume something other than water some of the time. So, sip on some unsweetened tea. Maybe while sipping tea, have some coconut water. After all, you live on an island. Duh. And here are some tips to help you drink more water in case you're having difficulty. Carry a bottle filled with water every day and keep it in plain sight so you don't forget to drink. Add some lemon or civil oranges to improve the taste. Serve water during meals instead of juice and other beverages. Where there is water, there is a way. I'm sure that's not the saying, but work with me. After all, water works. Drink up.
I'm Janet Davids, teacher of grade 6 coordinator. Get them interested in the reading. Because research has shown that over the years, as children get older, the interest and motivation in reading decreases. So as a grade 6 teacher, what I try to do is to encourage my students to read a wide variety of genres. Sometimes while I'm teaching, what I do is I bring in a little of what I've read in a book into my whole discussion, like a teenager book. And then they will say, "Miss, you know that?" And I say, "Yes, because I read all types of books, and therefore you need to read all types of books." I think parents themselves must be readers. parents must not allow the students to think that reading is a chore. You know, like sometimes when they're doing something bad and the parents say, go take up your book. No, it should be something fun. So they should find fun ways to read together with the children and read to them sometimes as well, and not just reading just one particular material, but a variety of materials so that they know that reading is not just a book. So those are some of the ways in which I try to pique their interest and get them interested in reading.
Child diversion in the Ministry of Justice is just our way of diverting children who are considered to be troubled, wayward, or children who just come into contact with the justice system. There are a few misconceptions about the program. One is that it's only bad children or children who always misbehave that come to the child diversion program. The program is here for children who make mistakes, as they will do because they are children. The other misconception is that once they are referred to the program, we are going to take the children away. That is not the plan of the program. In the best interest of the child, we try to ensure that they are around their family or the guardian that can support them to be rehabilitated. So they come to the program and they stay at home. As a matter of fact, most of them that come to the program don't end up at a facility for children. They stay at home and they complete the program there, and they continue with school and everything that they would do. If you know of children who have come into conflict with the law, one way or the other, consider child diversion as an option.
To reiterate one of the points made by Ms. Davids earlier, encourage your child to read by reading also. That do as I say and not as I do will not work in this instance. As parents, we must walk that walk. We have come to the end of another magazine program. Should you want a recap of today's show or any other program, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Until next time, I'm Theodore Henry. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.